Planet of Lana 2 is the kind of incredible game you get when you take the heart and soul of an indie team at the height of their craft and then give them access to the kind of budget that comes from the phenomenal success of their first game. But of course what we all wanted to know is what kind of juicy secrets get revealed in the second game. And it did not disappoint. The new game is even more stunning than the original, altogether more epic, richer puzzles, more environments to explore, and of course all sorts of insights into what's going on in the story. And it helps us look at the events of the first game in a whole new light. But first, a recap. Let's remind ourselves what we already knew from the first game. And a lot of this we had to piece together from the secret shrines hidden throughout the game. So we know that the humans on Novo originated from Earth, where they travelled on a ship. It seems they were living in harmony with the robots and these Mui-like creatures. And in fact, it seems like the final captain of the ship was themselves a robot. Then for some unknown reason, the ship crashed on Novo, and people spread out over the planet into different factions. Seems like there were some who lived on the water, some who were farmers, some who perhaps went mining under the mountains, some who travelled into the desert. And it seems like there was some kind of AI, Skynet type thing back on Earth. Most of that we could have basically worked out from the first game, but this sequel has definitely clarified a lot of those details. But of course we were all hoping for lots of juicy new revelations from this new game, and we were not disappointed. So here's what we learned, and a lot of this is told in the form of flashbacks for Mui from hundreds of years earlier. Because of course Mui has all these memories because it's increasingly clear that they're a robot. So the final human captain gets sick at some point, and she appoints her robot as the captain.
L'ho fatta, Noe, Corali.
And at some point that Skynet type AI thing turns on humanity, sends a signal to the ship telling robots to kill the humans. The Captain Temati activates the escape mechanism. And he also downloads the star charts for how to get back to Earth into Mui's memory banks. But whilst escaping, he gets separated from Mui. As the two parts of the ship break apart, perhaps the humans were mostly on the rear of the ship and the robot crew were mostly on the front part of the ship. They become deactivated after the crash for hundreds of years. Until Lana came along and awoke them. And then when Lana reactivated things back in the first game, the captain himself came back to life. Once humans were freed at the end of the first game, he led them to found this city where he could mine for this ore stuff to build his rocket ship. He's been desperate to find Mui, who contains the map to the stars, how to get back to Earth inside Mui's brain. So there's loads of new details that we didn't have before, a ton of extra info on what happened back in the past, how Lana and her people ended up on Novo, and why the robots came from Earth in the first game. So it turns out it wasn't all just a big misunderstanding. So there's what we learned, but there's also a whole bunch of questions that we're left asking. I know this is on purpose by the developers so that we can each come to our own interpretation. Who exactly is Anwa? How is she related to Lana and her sister? We still don't know why they had to leave Earth in the first place, but there's definitely clear potential here for a third game taking place on Earth itself to explore that and some of the backstory. And why did Skynet turn bad? Why did it tell the robots to turn on humans? And the secrets from the second game imply that Skynet itself could be changed from bad to good and vice versa by playing the right tune. So which came first? What triggered that change? And what did Mui decide? What did Lana decide? Will Mui go with Temati? And will Lana go? Who exactly is on that rocket ship? I have one final question, which is why is it called Children of the Leaf? What is the leaf? Does it refer to the spaceship itself? All these people are children of the leaf. He's shaped a bit like a leaf after all. Or does it refer to these people who are outside the city? You've got the people of the city and then you've got the people of the leaf. Does it refer to one of these four factions that separated out from the ship when it landed? If you haven't yet tried Planet of Lana 2, definitely check it out. It is stunningly beautiful. I absolutely loved it, so did my son. And it's exciting that there's definitely a lot of potential here for a third game and another sequel. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I would love to hear your take on events. And if you like this video here on this channel, I love to talk about indie games especially, try and go a little bit beneath the surface. I like to try and talk about games from my perspective as a Christian, but I also hope it will be interesting to you, whoever you are and whatever your faith. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then definitely subscribe to the channel and remember to give this video a like.
Temati, ho fatto, ite doni, non te l'amo, tu mi pregala, Dio.